I don't really have a whole lot of plants in this area, and I'm actually going to do some ecological good in this, really prevent a future backyard dust bowl from happening. If you don't know what a dust bowl is, that's a time around the Great Depression where the soil just kind of blew away. So I'm going to take some seeds I don't really like, throw them in here, and I need to prepare the bed first. And that'll take about 30 seconds for you.
Actually cut the video down so it's a little less than 30 seconds. But all I'm doing is breaking up the very top layer of the soil, as well as clearing off any of the debris that I threw on top of there to act as a sort of mulch and breakdown in the garden bed. And I just ended up pushing that back towards the fence into where most of the mint colony is. But you can see I kind of knocked my zinnias around a little bit and just kind of really work the very top.
Oh, that took long enough. I just have a bunch of stuff to throw in here. I got radishes that I literally only bought for this. I have beans that don't really grow that well. It's going to be cold. I'm not trying to get a crop off them. A couple things of carrots, lettuce, 3 bok choy. I don't need bok choy. I didn't order it. Spinach. Spinach doesn't grow well here. Kale. 2 types of kale. I don't like kale. Just lots and lots of cabbage, apparently. And I think this is Brassica nigrum. I don't know. It came up in the garden on its own one year. I actually managed to get rid of it because I actually sometimes know what I'm doing. But I'm going to introduce it back in there because it's really easy to get out of there again. That's pretty much it. Just going to throw all this brassica in here. Now, while I'm doing this, it's kind of worth talking about why you actually want to plant a cover crop, but chances are you actually know why if you're watching this. But a cover crop just provides a sort of green manure for the soil, so you don't necessarily need to be looking to get a crop off of it. And it's just kind of casting these out like this. You don't really need to be looking to get a crop off of it. It's just something to cover the soil, keep it in place, as well as a way of boosting your carbon, which is actually what I need to do in this soil because it is extremely clay rich. So most of this is just going to be chopped up, put right on top of the soil as sort of a mulch, or maybe even worked into the soil. And that might upset the no-till people, but I don't particularly care for no-till. I think that's a little stupid to not dig a hole if you're planting a plant. But it you know, it works. I'm literally just putting all of these brassica seeds in here. Now, what the brassica seeds are going to do is hopefully they'll sprout and they'll get established and they'll have what's called a basal rosette. Now, that'll kind of provide cover for some of the rhizomes like this wild basil here. But at the same time, I'm also trying to outcompete some orange mint that escaped into the garden. Now, it hasn't crossed to the other side of the fence. There's thick grass over there, so maybe I can get something to work over here. But I'm not sure. Savoy cabbage, know nothing about it. I got it as a free pack of seeds. I don't need it. I like cabbage. There's 5 seeds in there, though. And I'm not going to take time to grow cabbage. Spinach, no idea if it'll do anything, but we'll get some seeds growing in here. It may do something, it may not. And again, I'm just casting them into the soil because I roughed it up a little, and next time it rains, it'll compact back down. Because it's clay, we got kale here. So, there's like 10 seeds in there. Yeah, I'm trying to bolster the carbon. For one, I'm trying to provide cover to the soil to keep it in place and keep the soil a little warmer with the basal rosettes. And actually, radishes are a great way to kind of break up the soil. Not particularly in clay, but it does have a pretty big taproot regardless, so that'll kind of introduce carbon directly into it rather than me having to work it in there. And if you've seen other videos, there's some further up in the garden. Same thing with these. The ones that are in the garden came up on their own, so I suspect these should do the same thing. More kale here. HVAC company. Anyway, the other part of this is these are just seeds I really don't care about or I have a lot of. Or I can just make so many more, like carrots. I bought all these carrots specifically to do cover cropping with and to make soup and stuff with, but the clay is so thick that I never get any carrots that are worth eating, so it's freaking open. I figure, why not just throw them in here? I have so many carrots, by the way. They were so cheap. I think that's why. A lot of this stuff's from Baker Creek, stuff I was testing out. Oh, most of those are all in one place, but that's all right. That's all right. More right here. But yeah, just kind of getting rid of a lot of these seeds, trying to outcompete some stuff. Honestly, some lettuce in here. Not that I don't like lettuce, I just it's a head lettuce, so I don't really care to do anything with it. Like I was saying though, this can be a great way to get rid of some extra seeds that you don't care for, but you don't want to get rid of. And it'll actually do some good for the environment, some good for the garden, some good for you. Even if you like them, this is an option for getting rid of a lot of these seeds. Like kale. Why am I going to eat kale? I have all this kale because I was experimenting with it. Very cold hardy crop. And I don't care for kale. There's more spinach seeds here. I don't even care if a bunch of these blow away. Like these carrot seeds. They're meant to blow away. I don't care. Now the other ones we have, I'm going to try and throw in some holes here. Yellow sugar pod peas. And I love sugar pods, but these yellow ones, this yellow variety, didn't do too great. Apparently I just have whole pods in here, so I'm just going to throw them around. Now this is actually going to fix some nitrogen into the soil here and there. Now, I've seen some studies that mint also does that, but it's hard to say. I'm literally just shoving whole bean pods into the holes and covering them up because I think that'll be all they need. Yeah, that's pretty much done. Easy enough. You can do this yourself. I highly recommend doing it yourself. And this is just a really quick video to demonstrate what I'm doing. And because I've kind of been slacking on YouTube lately. So sorry about that, but you know, life happens. I'm trying to let life happen, but it's kind of stressing me out that I'm not progressing on here. So I want to thank you for watching. This one might be pretty short. Oklahoma's look good. Goodbye.